us. Ain't so many niggas that can hang with us. I can't help I'm on and I'm feeling myself, yeah. Woke up real dangerous. Ain't so many niggas that can hang with us. I be on it late night. Get right, no sleep, daylight. Stay tight, yeah, just how I like. And I just might be on, yeah, we on. Whenever we link up, it's a riot and I'm on a brink up. Getting old, like this is my exit. And I'm up next, like I'm second. Yeah, if you don't know, I've been on one with the go-toes, kicking shit. And no, I ain't missing shit, but I know Shawty missing it like a sick day. And it's only on a 6th day, so from mouth in the mouth, she really prank me like a Sunday. But I'm off on the runway, getting back to the bag, cause I need it in the worst way. I can't help I'm on and I'm feeling myself, yeah. Woke up real dangerous, ain't so many niggas that can hang with us. I can't help I'm on and I'm feeling myself, yeah. Woke up real dangerous, yeah. Ain't so many niggas that can hang with us. It goes 1 with it, 2 with it, 3 with it, who with it? I need top like new fittings in your box like jacks. Get you coming right back, get you jumping right up out your socks. I'm intellectual when it comes to the wordplay, and I'm killing on the microphone, and I'm sexual. Whenever I'm at your girl's place, have a dribble with the mic alone, or mic alone. Lean with the rounds, I'ma need some ice to bone. Never spend a night alone, so what's up with it? Come through on your girl, they get ran through like drunk love. Whenever we at Cancun, at the damn pool, get wild at bamboos. Go home and start acting brand new. See me, O-N-E, motherfucker been on, but you still ain't heard about me. One, I can't help I'm on and I'm feeling myself, yeah. Woke up real dangerous, ain't so many niggas that can hang with us. I can't help I'm on and I'm feeling myself, yeah. Woke up real dangerous, ain't so many niggas that can hang with us. I can't help I'm on and I'm feeling myself, yeah. Woke up real dangerous, ain't so many niggas that can hang with us. I can't help I'm on and I'm feeling myself, yeah. Woke up real dangerous, ain't so many niggas that can hang with us.
You're about
She like whiskey, she like Henny, she loves cover. Said there's something special about that muddy water. It give her that natural high. Now, I've never been that guy, but if it means more time with her, then I'll say clap, clap, pour me some. I need a little more in my cup. I'll bring the bucket if you bring your love, my baby. Honey, even if it's just me and you, and a little bag of that powdered roux, then that's all I need. You and muddy water, muddy water. I love whiskey, I love Henny, but man, that cover, there's something really different about that muddy water. It give you that natural high. My baby girl was right. Now I spend all my time with her.
What up? What up? Another Tuesday, another good day here. Vita here, soy sauce in the building. We are good. We in the groove now. I'm in the groove now, Oos. I'm feeling it. We going. Ain't no stopping no time soon now.
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling good. We in the groove now. For sure, y'all. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Hope everything's going good for y'all, man. We are ready to talk things we like that happened this week in sports. Y'all know we're gonna do our Monday Night Raw recap. Quick view of the AFC and the NFC before we get to the draft, just kind of see where we stand with some things. I told you I've been so dead on the NBA, man. I be trying to watch games and I just can't watch games. I'm tapped out on it right now. I don't know. I still haven't even watched the US Olympic documentary on it. But I think like the problem is like, when you catch a clip on like TikTok or something and then you watch it and then be like, okay, you like this, and then it'll show you some more. I feel like I already watched a majority of it, just like in different clips that I see around. So I don't really know if I should
just from
actually go
watching
watch it.
TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but we get it started. How's your week been going? Anything happened to you this week, Goose? How's everything going?
Man, let me tell you, dog. 3 days ago, it was 60 degrees. Today, it looks like rush hour outside.
God,
Nah, man, there's like 3 feet of snow outside. It's
good Lord.
it's the middle of March. It ain't supposed
I
to be
think
happening like this, man.
so. I actually think like usually we get our fake week and then we'll get some more snow. I think we're actually cool now. Like I think we'll be kind of walking into our slow version of like real spring in the summers. But yeah, we've been getting bad winters, but we good right now. Like we're good now. I still got to wear a hoodie to work in the morning and take it off about like 9 o'clock because I'm like, up, it's getting warm now, or decent enough. And so, oh shoot,
Everything solid over there, though?
yeah, yeah. Everything's good our way. We are slowly moving. Wife's going to be starting her. She got to take a scholarship classes for her nail school, so she'll be doing that here within the next. We don't know if she's going to be doing the spring or the summer sessions. It's like 3 months, Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. She'll be taking her classes to get her certification.
Is this
Kids
like
still homeschool.
esthetician?
Yeah. Kids still homeschooled. Nana, she'll be starting next year college courses. They have a program that allows her 2 years, her junior and senior year. She'll be taking like, I think 3 days a week, taking classes at the local community college so she could graduate with an associate's. So she'll be doing that here soon. So, but everything else, cool. We good, moving. We got birthdays the next 2 Thursdays. Zeke's turning 1 next Thursday. Ezra turning 4. So I was actually like trying to go get our. Like, I told my wife this, and Nana's birthday was the 2nd. Whatever cake they got for Nana was trash. That cake was trash. Yeah, like it was like genuinely trash. And I said, yeah, I'm not putting up with that again. So I was like, all right, lady at my job. I forgot lady at my job, she be cooking. And I was gonna go up to the Mexican store, but I'm like, you know what? I seen she had shown me a picture a long time of her making a strawberry crunch cake.
Ooh, that sounds
So
bomb. Like the
yeah,
ice cream?
yeah. So she said when I asked her today, she said this one has like a cheesecake in the middle. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. It's Zeke's birthday. Let me use this as an excuse to try this cake out. So I had ran downstairs like towards the end of the shift. I was like, hey, Miss Tracy. She was like, hey, Tavita. I said, hey, you still cooking? She was like, yeah, I can, but prices, so I only do it on demand. I was like, hey, can I get a rush order? Is it too late to get something made by Thursday? But she started to, she works like half her week in the building and half her week at home. She was like, I don't work in the building for the rest of the week, but she was like, I'll bring it to you Thursday. I said, all right, bet. I was like, even better. Now I ain't got to drive nowhere or nothing. I could just pay you and know you bringing it to me. I was like, cool. So
That's money.
Yeah. So I'm ready for that. Do these couple birthdays. We get a break. Then we got Malia and my wife's birthday in May. So this is like our rush time. So, and we just filled out our taxes. We just filled them out like a couple days ago. Like this is the latest we've ever filled them out. And usually we fill them out soon. Like this year we did no rush or nothing. It's like, all right, cool. So hopefully that shows up in everything, man. So we're doing good. Oh man, I need to get. Man, my wife got these. I don't want to call it pre-workout, but she got some like. I'll have to take a picture of it. She says it's pre-workout type thing that be having this drink stuff. It's like a watermelon flavor. It'd be cool, but man, that stuff be. I don't think there's no more dangerous energy drink in the world than C4.
Oh yeah, bro. I can't do energy drinks at all anymore. Like I tried pre-workout once, bro. I was jittering for like the whole damn day, and I took it in the morning when I was doing morning workouts. Nah, I
Yeah.
was jittery for the rest of the day. It wasn't it.
I think like because I've drank them so much, like Monster, Celsius, I'm just like I think I'm just used to them. Like they really don't do nothing for me no more. But whatever it is about a C4, that mug be having me shaking. I'd be like, yo, what was like, I gotta go do shit. And then you know, I said I'm smacking a bunch of water. And I'll be like, man, this ain't helping.
Just try to dilute it.
Yeah. I'm like,
Bro,
yo, this ain't helping.
I be
Oh,
drinking hella sugar free stuff, you know what I'm saying? The
yeah.
flavored water. So when I do be drinking the energy drink in the blue moon, nah, it be getting me, bro. It be hitting me.
Yeah. I'm really need to move off of it. Today was leg day in the gym. Legs is dead. I said, man, killing me. I be having to makeshift it working out at work with these kettlebells. They be killing me. They be killing me. So, woo, anything happen in the world this week outside of our agenda that got your attention?
I don't be knowing unless I like open up TikTok once every week and see something on the news. I don't really be knowing. To be real with you.
Man, I'm having obviously things must be chill because even the people who I know be complaining about stuff don't be saying nothing right now. So I'm like, all right, I think we're kind of chill right now.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think,
I mean, I be all up on the sports, like the sports website, so we gonna get to that eventually. But
yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah, that
I
mess
don't know what's going on in the world today.
did. Also, I finished the TV show Prison Break. Good, not great. Wouldn't recommend it because I'm only gonna recommend something that's gonna be great. Like I don't want to just give TV show recommendations to give TV show recommendations. Good series, not great. Restarting You on Netflix because final season is coming out in April, and I just want to rewatch it with a fresh view.
I
I've
already
been
looked at
wanting.
that when you threw it in the chat. I don't know if it'd be something I watch.
It's a murder mystery one. It's got its moments where it could be funny, it could be wild. I do think overall it's good. I'm only watching it because I feel like it is still an easy binge though.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
and you know all that they don't drop weekly episodes. Like when they drop their seasons, it's entire seasons.
Oh yeah, on
So it's
Netflix.
so it's an easy binge. So you can be like, all right, cool. I can just take whatever time and get through it front to back and be done. So I started it with my wife and I was like, all right, I'll just finish it. Season one is like I feel like you do have to have a certain taste to get used to it. I'm not gonna say it's your normal murder mystery stuff, but it's funny. And you be like, yo, this dude is tripping. I'm just re-getting myself together because I know I'm gonna finish it. So I'm like, all right, let me see what this really happens at the end. And I want a fresh view of it.
Man,
I feel like
I'm watching the last season of Invincible.
man.
Bruh. I don't know. The last season is kind of dragging. I feel like after watching like the first two seasons and seeing how fast it goes and how fast
Yeah.
everything moves, this season is just like it's dragging. I'm like, bruh, y'all now want to tell origin stories and build stories? Like, what are y'all doing?
And I think you get two different appreciations for the show when you're binging it like you did and caught up to the person who like has to wait for the season and then watch it week by week. I feel like I'm gonna have to do that with House of Dragon. Like I might have to rewatch, the seasons before and come back to catch up when they do the next season.
I feel like that's
So
the only way for me to watch shows. Also,
yeah,
season 4 of Ted Lasso just got announced, so which is almost guaranteed is gonna follow with a 5 and 6 because if he's gonna be coaching a new team, man, you can't just do it one season.
yeah, yeah. So that's where I was at. So I was like, oh, Ted Lasso got 4. I was like, maybe I should jump in so I could be in line when 4 drop and be good from there. Try to put my wife on Death Note because she be asking about anime. She tried Naruto when she hit that. She was like, all this stuff seems like filler. Like she didn't. I was like, yeah, that's filler. You kind of gotta power your way through. And then I told her, I was like, hey, you don't have to watch that stuff. I was like, you probably be
That's a
best
filler
to.
list.
Yeah, I was like, you can move past that and it'll probably help you. And she was like, did you do that? I was like, man, nah. I was like, I said I watched everything, but I didn't know until I was done anyway. So uh nah, Cooper going. I think Cooper flag is I think he's pulling the all gas thing no matter what. I think he's going to the draft no matter what.
Especially after hurt his ankle a couple games ago and missing
Yeah.
the championship game. Nah, he gone. He up out of there.
Yeah. I think he's just playing. I don't get me wrong, I think he loves Duke, but I don't think the brother's staying. I don't think he is.
Yeah, don't nobody love college that much. It seemed like the only players that stay in college more than 1 year are the ones that know they ain't gonna get drafted high, so they gotta stay in
That,
college to build their draft
that
stock.
brings up a good point. That brings up a good point. Is like, do you think overall the NIL money is a good or a bad thing for the sport?
I think it's a good thing. Just because, I mean, if you look at it, the colleges are gonna benefit monetarily anyways, right?
Yeah.
And if you got some of these kids that are not gonna make it to the league, compensate them for playing. I mean, granted, I do think there has to be some sort of like stipulation in line academically instead of them just showing up and collecting NIL. And I don't know if there is any academic stipulations to it, but
It's a good thing for a player. I think it's a bad thing for development because players, like when you used to have to go to college to know like you wasn't going to get the money until you got to the league. Like you said, there's too many dudes now who are just playing because they know this is where they're going to get their money at, and they're probably not going to make it to the league. So they keep moving around. But you got dudes like Cooper Flag and all these other high-rated dudes who are like, hey, bro, we just killing our time. We know our stuff isn't going to change no matter what. Because even if Cooper does decide to stay and go, bro's still going to be number one pick the following year.
yeah,
So,
nothing's gonna change for him to all of a sudden not be number one pick. But no, man, I like NIL. Colleges are benefiting monetarily from all these players anyways. They might as well get their slice of the pie.
yeah. So let's get to it. Raw recap. The John Cena. Yeah, the John Cena Cody Rhodes promo we was waiting on. Obviously after sitting on it for a day, I don't like they didn't give John and Cody any back and forth.
I think they're saving it.
That's what I felt too. I was like, you know what? They did for a fact say they will both be on the show next week. So I hope they give us a chance for them to get some back and forth. Because Cena was cussing out the crowd, but then his demeanor towards Cody when he tried to address him wasn't the same.
Yeah, it was like, man,
Yeah,
I don't want to do this to you.
yeah,
But I think what they're doing is this episode, maybe even next episode, you're gonna have a whole lot of Cody going at Cena, and then within like the last 2 weeks before Mania, you're gonna have Cena light him up. Because right now there's no real background other than Cena betrayed him, even though he ain't really have no specific alliance with him at what you call it. So when that happened, like beyond just that moment, there wasn't really any background. So now we have Cody calling him a B, Cody calling him a fake and all that. So hopefully that builds up something to next week.
yeah. Hopefully next week we get some of that. Cena's promo, again, I thought he was gonna be more about how he didn't think the wrestlers was gonna do what's best for business. Him going at the fans, definitely, I think was a good way to go about it. So I hopefully next week when we do get to get a little back and forth between both of them, and maybe it'll help to clear a picture. I don't like that I really feel like we got forced a triple threat between Io, Bianca, and Rhea.
Yeah, that just tells me that Io might keep the title.
Yeah, I think Io's gonna keep it now. I don't think she's gonna keep it past SummerSlam. I think she'll keep it through WrestleMania.
I don't even think she keeps it past Backlash.
So,
like, I think whoever comes out of that Rhea Bianca feud is gonna end up going at Io.
yeah.
And it might be Rhea again. And if it is Rhea's gonna take the title because I think they're gonna set up something with Bianca and Jade eventually.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
I think who's the other one? Jay. Boy, Jay is losing some steam, man.
Hey yo, my man's did a top dollar. I don't know if you've seen the top dollar flop.
Yeah,
like
I
last
see
year.
somebody shared that video. I was rolling. Yeah, Jay Uso, man, come on. He's losing a lot of steam. He's losing a lot of steam. I don't know who his partner's gonna be. I don't know. God, they're not giving us no comfort that if Jay is to win the title at Mania, that the run is gonna be off to a good start. Like, and I think that's what's killing it.
Bro, if he does take it at Mania, it's gonna end up being the same run that he had with the Intercontinental title. He gonna lose
Yeah.
it at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Like, and
I would be
I
almost
don't think you want Gunther with losing back-to-back Mania matches in back-to-back years. But it happened to Roman. He lost 3 in a row before he actually won something at Mania.
Yeah. And I thought Gunther was gonna drop it because I think Gunther would be pushed to go towards Cody. Like that's the reason why I was more like, okay, Gunther can't take the title towards Cody. Like maybe Gunther goes up there and he deals with Cody. So that's why I was like, all right, Gunther's gonna drop it for that. But brother's losing some steam there, man. So
yeah, I mean,
but again,
it's like I said in the chat, man. It's real similar to the LA Knights run against Roman.
yeah,
Like, you're popular, it's popping. Like, obviously I'm biased towards Jay because he's a oos, but come on, man. Like, y'all got Gunther wrestling every week, smashing people,
yeah,
and you just got Jay saying he gonna crash out. Man, let him crash out on somebody.
yeah.
Not
Off
a
topic.
damn one move match against Austin Theory. Like,
Yeah. From Pale, off topic. How we feel about avocado toast? Don't like it.
toast and avocado on it?
That's what I'm assuming. If that's what he's saying, I don't like it.
Why? Why is that a thing?
Avocado. I feel like avocado is just like. So everybody's like, oh, it's good for you. I just feel like avocado has gotten a whoever's marketing avocado did they damn thing, because like that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like whoever's marketing avocado is doing a thing, bro. There's like, I don't understand where those who love it and put it on everything. I can't do it.
Avocado toast. Follow it, man.
Hey, people be talking about I don't eat spam. I eat spam with my eggs every time possible. They be mad. I'd be like, I don't care what y'all say. And I was rolling. Zeke, he ate some eggs and spam. I said, that's how I know. I said, don't blame eggs and spam and rice. Call it not avocado toast. Cool.
Look, man. Cool. I look at food like avocado as if it don't enhance the taste, I don't want it. That's just a filler food. It don't enhance the taste of anything.
It really is. It really is a filler food. Like, it's just there. And I'm like, I can't do it. I did eat it one time, like straight. Like, I don't like guacamole. Like, it's just not my thing. But one time I got these shrimp tacos from the spot. And they have avocado on it. So I just ate it. I had 3 of them. And one of them had it on it. I ate. I was like, man, it's literally nothing. I'm just like, I said,
it's extra stuff to chew.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm cool.
Now, guacamole, I can rock with guacamole, right? Like, I can rock with that. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not going to turn it down if it's there. But avocado, man, it doesn't enhance the food taste at all in any situation.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on guacamole.
I hate you, Paula.
I'm good on guacamole, good on avocado toast, smooth, all of that. Get out of here. Oh, that's what I forgot. There was we'll do it next week. There was a site that had something like the tournament builder we used to do, and I wanted to try one of those out, but we'll get to it.
Bet.
Any more Raw thoughts? I don't have too much. I mean, Cena did his promo. I love the angle of it. I just didn't like that there was no back and forth, because they'll be back next week, and I hope it leads to something. And I hope at least somewhere between then, The Rock shows up, and obviously Seth going to SmackDown only shows me that they're gonna pull that triple threat for WrestleMania also. So
yeah, Rock showing. I think Rock has to show up to build to give some substance to the whole Cena turn.
Yeah,
because he's going after the fans. Yeah, but I think Rock eventually needs to show up to throw some substance in there. Another one that I'm looking at that I hope doesn't flop hella hard is Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest.
Yeah,
there's a lot of history there, but I feel like it's missing something.
Yeah. So I watched video of Murph's dude be sitting in the chat who be writing storylines for WWE. And
they did protect Cody.
Now they are protecting Cody. That's what's, again, we'll see next week, but it's almost to the point, like, how many of these dudes are you gonna have to turn to protect Cody? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really start to see that now. But and dude basically had, I think everything was kind of online. Cena, and The Rock working together against Cody. And then eventually he had, a third person helping Cody, because everybody's doing that 1, 2, 3 thing with The Rock, that there's a third person that's going to help out. And then he had Seth turning on Cody. But I don't believe that because Seth cut that promo before he had the meeting with The Rock and was like, don't make me hate you. And so I just don't see Seth going back on his word and turning on Cody after that. I think it'd be Drew who would do it just because Drew don't care.
Hey, Seth did it before, bruh. He turned on the Shield for Evolution, so I could see it. Just so they could give some substance to Seth on Raw, because there's a whole lot of. I don't think if Seth ends up turning, that tells me that Gunther's losing the title.
See, I think it's Drew. I think it's Drew. Again, if somebody is to do it, I think it'll be Drew. Because he be talking about I already lost everything. Like I don't. He's like, I have nothing but violence. I got a feeling it's Drew. So, all right, yeah, they protected Cody. Avocado toast is horrible. All right, we're done with the Raw part. Anything else on the Raw?
Nah.
All right, let's look through the conferences real quick, division by division. Just kind of give a quick overview of where we currently stand at, how you feel about each team. We'll do it the easy way, North, East, South, and West in the AFC. Then we'll go look over it at the NFC. Look at the win totals, quick thoughts, see how they feeling. Give them more or less on where you stand at with them. So, we can just start right there. Look, we'll go right with the screen, right at the top. Buffalo Bills, 13-4 last year, undefeated at the crib. Josh Allen MVP, then gets a big extension. AFC East right now, Buffalo, Miami, Jets, New England. If you had $5 at this moment, would you take Buffalo to win the division again?
Yeah.
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 I don't know, man. I think I'm trying to keep my heart to lean to Miami. You know what I'm saying? I think I try to hold on to this desperate little string on Miami.
I think Miami has a better record next year, but I do think Buffalo.
With the injuries they had, is like, I know it's not ideal, but it's like, yo, they was toe up a lot of the season. Obviously, Tua, but
if they didn't lose two of those what 6 games, 7 games, if they didn't lose him, could have easily won the division.
Yeah, that's
the trajectory they were on.
Yeah, but right now where we standing, AFC East. We could give our thoughts on them as a whole, as an AFC. What are your thoughts currently on the teams in the AFC East?
It's one of the weaker divisions to me.
Well, two new head coaches, Vrabel to the Pats, Aaron Glenn to the Jets.
I don't even look at Vrabel as a new coach. I look at him as like this. It's a year. We were a year behind. We said this was going to happen last year. He should have been hired for that job last year.
Justin Fields looking like he's going to be QB1 for the Jets.
As long as the Jets are the Jets, man, I don't trust any quarterback in New York.
Got you. So I think I'm trying to ask, can basically the gap be closed? The Bills went 5-1 in the division last year. So I'm just honestly asking, can they lose 2 more within the division to bring that total from 13 to 11, and so forth. If I had to do the $5 thing, I think I would go Buffalo too. But I got a feeling again I'm gonna turn my back and pick Miami once we get past the draft, depending on what happens at the draft.
How they draft,
yeah, depending on that.
Tyreek could get moved during draft day, man. We don't know.
I couldn't see it.
Tyreek could get moved on draft day with the wide receivers in this draft. They could move Tyreek and just draft one.
I can actually see Tyreek getting moved. I really can. Aaron Glenn, new head coach for the Jets. What's your expectations for him?
Man, I don't know. I think for him, he got to go and establish some sort of culture. The Jets ain't got one. They haven't had one in a long time since let's say Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
So I don't know what his stamp will be, right? Usually when coaches come in, you can say, cool, this is going to be your stamp for this team. You got one of the better defenses, regardless of what their record has been every year. You're going to have Sauce there. You're going to have Quinnen Williams. You still got a prime receiver over there. Garrett.
Still fire running back duo, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen.
O-line
O-line is actually in a good place to me. I would like offense, in the draft, I would address it again just to make it try to make it a real strength and
Give
lean
yourself
into
some
the
depth.
run. Yeah, really lean into the run. But yeah, I don't want to say I got Aaron Glenn coming in making like a 4-win difference. I don't want to put that on his shoulders. But I also do think the team can just be better off of just some stability, not like non-Aaron problems. So
Yeah, I mean, division wise, I think they'll definitely be at least a win better than they were. 2-4 last year. They're at least going to be 3-3 in the division, I think.
right. Vrabel and Drake May. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at the standings now, and this is how I feel like it's gonna end again next year.
Yeah.
Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Pats. That's what I would put my bread on. So
I probably got New England up 1, Jets finishing last in that division.
Interesting. All right, AFC North. Thugs Row, Death Row, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns. Bengals cashed out so much money on them dudes. It's crazy. People talk about their defense and all this and that, and they're still plus 38 in the point differential.
Hey man,
you know what I'm saying?
the Bengals
on
are
a
the Bengals are the
5-game
Mike D'Antoni sons of the
on a
NFL,
5-game
bro.
streak to end the year. They lost the game early in the year to the Pats that was like 13-10 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like the bad starts is what kills them, and they couldn't make up the ground on that this year.
Yeah, these dudes are the Mike D'Antoni Phoenix Suns of the NFL, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, good lord. 430, and it's crazy. 434 and the Browns gave up 435. Like just kind of looking at the numbers right there, points against, like that's still crazy.
Like, look, for the sake of fantasy next year, y'all, draft Joe, draft T, draft Chase. That's it. That's all you gotta worry about. If you could grab one of those 3, or find yourself lucky enough to grab 2 of them, do it.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to end just like this. It's going.
Pain?
Maybe the Steelers make a drop because we don't know their running back situation and we don't know their quarterback situation.
Yeah,
But that's still Mike Tomlin over there.
I still got the Ravens on top as of today.
Same. I think the Ravens. What the Ravens do is they improve next year. 12-5. A couple of those losses were like dumb losses.
Yeah.
Dumb losses, terrible plays early in the game that put them behind, where they had to start playing Superman football. I think next year they're gonna know their identity is. They saw it with Philly. Hand the ball to Derrick Henry, man. Make it simple on Lamar.
I'm a take. I still got a feeling the Bengals might finish second.
That's why I got second.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to right now. I'm gonna go to Bengals second and Pittsburgh third. Like it literally might be Bengals got 10 wins, Pittsburgh got 9. I do think I need to relook at the schedules just to make sure, but yeah, I don't see the Browns making a jump to third or second though. So I'm with you. I think it's safe to go Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns for me. And I want to be like Kevin Stefanski and Joe Barry is on the hot seat, but both of them got extensions with Cleveland. So
they got that extension right along with Myles Garrett.
Yeah, they ain't nobody in Cleveland going nowhere no time soon.
They say, hey, we messed up by giving you Deshaun Watson, man. My bad. Let's give you some bread. Get Deshaun up out of here eventually, and we'll give you Abdul Carter next year.
Yeah. If Aaron does go to Pittsburgh, does that change your mind on anything?
Yes. It moves them back to second. Because look. If Aaron Rodgers ends up in Pittsburgh, it's still a situation that you're coming into a brand new offense with some brand new weapons. Aaron doesn't do himself any favors by waiting forever to tell a team whether he's coming there or not.
I think that's what's making. I was like, yo, please. I feel like if I'm another team right now, I'd be like, you know what, I got to move off because we're trying to get the team together, and waiting on Aaron, I feel like it's gonna hold you back.
Yeah, like as far as I'm concerned, man, if I'm a GM, F this dude. That's why they went and got Mason Rudolph. They're like, look, we're familiar with you. Miles Garrett hit you in the head while you were over here with your own helmet, so we're gonna bring you back, and then maybe we're gonna try to draft somebody. I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna go Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
Yeah,
That's where I'm gonna go. All right, to the AFC South: Houston, Indy, Jacksonville, Tennessee. I think this division. I'm not banging on Houston because I will still take Houston to win the division. As of today.
I'm banging on Houston.
Oh dang!
I got Indianapolis winning this division.
Even with the quarterback AR situation, they not giving me no comfort.
Hey, get this, man. Danny Dimes is gonna win that starting job, dog.
Well, not Daniel Jones with the comeback with Shane Steichen.
Danny Dimes with Shane Steichen? Oh, nah. AR, you about to be sitting for the first half of the season.
Oh, God.
Danny Dimes winning that job, dog.
If Daniel Jones wins that job, boy, I am... I can't be mad. I can't be mad at him if he does, but I'm going into the thought that AR is getting this gig. So bad for AR-15 if that happens, because I feel like if they get to training camp and like it's clear he can't beat Daniel Jones for the job, I think they move him.
Yeah, he might end up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think they would move him. Tennessee for the
win. From last to first, that's wild.
The potentially Cam Ward led Tennessee Titans for the win.
That's wild. I also don't like Cam Ward at one, but that's just me.
I mean, neither. But I'm actually starting to believe that bro's gonna go one. Like I'm starting to think it's possible.
Further along we get on, like the only one that got Shedeur over Cam was like Mel Kiper, and he was high on Shedeur.
Yeah. So, even though Houston has their O-line issues, they're still a really good team, top to bottom. They can still solve it with some good drafting. I don't want to put too much of that on them, but obviously they're going a different direction. The Colts, new head coach Liam Cohen, T-Law, new GM who talking about he's putting a lot of resources into the D-line this draft cycle. I don't know. They did shape some things. I don't think I want to put that much stock into them. So if I have to go, God, man, you know what? Yeah, I will go Houston. Oh,
I can't.
Houston, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Indianapolis.
Put Jacksonville up
because I'm taking the Indy drop off right now.
That's crazy.
I'm on the opposite end of you. If you're taking the Danny Dimes moves them up, I'm taking the drop off.
Ain't mad at that at all. But I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars did anything to get better.
No. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm on the other end. I don't think Tennessee can. I think Tennessee's obviously got to improve, same as Jacksonville. I'll just take the drop on Indy right now. And so
that's wild. They got a 100-point differential between the two.
God, dog. That is actually crazy. That is crazy. Never mind. I'm gonna go Jacksonville and then Indy and keep Tennessee last.
Jacksonville couldn't protect T-Law. That don't just change overnight. Like that don't change in a year, bro. I don't know.
Go Jacksonville up. All right, AFC West. Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. Pistol Pete joining the division. Sean Payton adding Thugs and Greenlaw and Hufanga to the gang. Evan Ingram. The Chargers bringing over Najee, year 2 of Harbaugh, and Andy Reid, who is just 12 wins or minimum a year with Mahomes. The division record between them dudes is immaculate. He says stop pushing T-Law. So yeah. This one gets interesting because I think the first way to obviously have to stop the Chiefs is to do better in division. And it's crazy because the Chargers still had 11 and the Denver still had 10 wins and they both made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't think they did I fairly do think they did a decent job. You know, obviously got one division loss though, even though the block ending game field goal from Denver, that was one.
The Raiders false snap,
Yeah, Raiders.
ghost snap. That was another.
Yeah, so in order for them to close that gap, obviously, the Chiefs gotta have 3 division losses. Like they have to start to close the gap on them in that area. But I'm still not gonna go against them.
Me neither.
I'm gonna go KC, Denver, Chargers, Raiders.
Same.
But I don't think it's a 15. I don't think 3 teams gets 10 wins next year.
No, I actually think KC goes 12 and they're only gonna win 12 games. It'll be 12 and 5.
I'll give KC their 12. I would actually keep the Chargers at their 10. I mean, not the Denver. Denver will get their 10.
Damn, Bale. Denver, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders. That's wild.
So
I like Denver second though.
Yeah, I'm on Denver second, Chargers third, and the Raiders. They definitely will move up. I think Pete and Gino is good for 3 wins. Just adding those 2.
Yeah. Part of me thinks that Travis Hunter will drop to them, and if he doesn't, it'll be Genty. Obviously, we'll get to that once we get to that point, but they'll be able to add some weapons for Gino in the draft.
I think if Travis gets to 4, I could see the Raiders moving up to get him.
They might not have to. Who's that for? Jacksonville?
New England.
New England?
Because Jacksonville's at 5, and I feel like they'll just snatch at Travis, what I would have thought.
Yeah.
And I feel like New England is willing to play the price game.
I actually don't think Jacksonville can afford to get Travis. Y'all better go draft a damn old lineman.
Woo!
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. KC, Denver, Chargers, Raiders. Raiders will, to me, be closer to 7 wins, though. I think the division will level out a little more next year, as of today. So, NFC East, Philly, Commanders, Dallas, Giants. That's what we're looking at. Super Bowl champion Philly. We got to put respect on it. You get your dub, 14-3, 12-5. It's possible for me to say the Commanders might have gotten better, but I'm not putting money on them to go 12 wins again. So the Chiefs Kingdom fall off start. Yeah, I still can say I think the Commanders is a better team, but I'm just not gonna put bread on them to go 12 wins again.
Nah, me neither. I got Philly at 1, obviously. I think Philly stays 1, somewhere around 12 to 14 wins again.
I would still pick.
There's a stat out there. The Eagles are 18-0 when Hurts and Brown start and end the game together.
I would still pick the Commanders second. I just don't want to pick them second with another 12-win season.
I think they're second with 10 wins.
Yeah. Like, that's what I don't want to do. This new head coach, I don't know nothing about him with Dallas. Like, this is a new staff. We don't know nothing about him. And I'm definitely not finna trust Dak to backpack some things. So I'm looking at the order the same it is.
Man, I actually think New York finds a way to finish third, and Dallas just continues to crumble.
Woo! Hot take. Micah gone on draft night.
Man, yo, Micah gets traded. Dallas for sure last.
I think Micah gets moved on draft night.
That man been talking. He been talking his big talk. I see him going at it with DeMarcus Lawrence.
I think it's gonna be for 3 firsts.
3 firsts? What, 1 this year, 2 next year?
Yeah, no, 1 this year in 2022. I mean, 26 and 27.
Ooh, who gives up that though? Hey, if Philly could find a way to bring that man over, hey Howie.
I think Micah's on the move. That's just the hot take. That's just I can see it now that Micah could be moved.
Hey, if Micah goes somewhere, he's getting moved to Las Vegas, bro.
Yeah. Who?
But yeah, Philly, Washington, New York, Dallas is what I got.
It feels so bad, man. Big ball, day ball. Probably gonna have to go into the year with. Well, I hope it works that way with Shadur. Like, I don't want him to put his trust in a Russell Wilson season.
Philly won. There's a skill gap. There's one thing we can't ignore about Philly. Jalen Hurts is going into his fourth coordinator in as many years. Fourth offensive coordinator in as many. Yeah, fourth offensive coordinator in as many years. He went from Steichen, went from Brian Johnson, last year having Kellen Moore, and then this year they just promoted somebody within. He was working closely with Kellen, so you might get some similar play calls, but it's still a new play caller nonetheless, man.
Yeah. So, I feel bad for Dayball and whatever Schottenheimer's doing in Dallas. You know what? Actually, I'm with you. I'm not changing the order, but I can't do the 12 wins again for the Commanders. I'm not gonna put bread on that. So, all right, up to if the AFC North is death row, the NFC North is like it's like Game of Thrones stuff right here. Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago, inter-division funk going on. Ben Johnson going from the Lions to Chicago. Matt LaFleur and O'Connell kicking it. O'Connell ain't done nothing but get his win, same as LaFleur. Pollard making sure that the Bears stay in last place in every prediction is just going to continue to reign true. So, 15 wins, 14 wins, 11 wins, and then 5.
That ain't happening again next year.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't know which team goes to 1.
Green Bay. I think Green Bay goes to 1. They saw so much success late in the season with Josh Jacobs, but I think they go into the early part of the season. Stop playing with Jordan Love, man. Just hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs, man. Hand him the ball.
I was dying laughing. They got a picture of Jordan Love out, and it was like anytime he drops back and gets that bounce and can look downfield, that hole going for 45 minimum. And I started dying laughing. They said, we know when Jordan hit that back foot and get that hop and look, they was like, we know that ball is gone. They was like, we know it. We was like, we know he's sending it.
They ain't got no short and intermediate routes. Everything is just a down the seam. It's a go route.
Yeah.
So I got Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, Chicago.
I actually think I got Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago.
I'm cool with that too. I actually got Green Bay first just by 1 game. I don't think anybody goes more than 13 wins next season in that division.
I'm going 12.
I mean, I can see that too. Detroit's going to have Aiden back. Detroit went 15-2 with a depleted defense halfway through the season.
I also think that was like, I know we can always be like, they're getting a lot of people back, but I feel like last year was like the peak of what they could have did on offense. And, you know, Ben Johnson's gone. We don't know nothing about the dude that's coming up to call plays again. And it just happens. It just happens. Sometimes when you have the dominant O-line or something for so long, it just starts to slowly trickle down. So we'll get to find out if Ben was the juice, if Dan and the O-line is the juice. But 15 wins is an amazing season as it was. I can't double down on that, not back-to-back years. I would still pick Detroit, Green Bay. And then I think there might be a gap. Like not a big gap, but man, I'm not comforted by JJ McCarthy.
Me neither, man. I think it's gonna be like a 3-4 game gap from 2 to 3.
I didn't really like him on draft night anyway, but I also knew like y'all got other people to pay. You can't commit that to Sam. So yeah, he said that on the whole division worried about beating Green Bay. That's why they suck in the playoff. Yeah. I think I will go Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago.
Cool. NFC
All
South.
Right.
This your neck of the woods. The Dirty South.
Tampa, Atlanta, Carolina, New Orleans. I can tell you this much. I really don't give a damn about Michael Penix Jr. I watched. I don't like he. I feel like everybody can go back and be like, well, if you were going to take Michael Penix, you shouldn't have took Kirk Cousins. And I'm also like, from what I've seen from Penix, I'm like, there's no like, used to fear quarterbacks in this division. I don't do that no more. Not with him. So I'm like, I'm cool. Tampa, I still think Tampa has the step. I just still feel like they're just overall better than the rest of the teams in the division. Don't know what to make of with Kellen and the Saints. Because I don't think Kellen and Derek Carr are a match.
Nah, me neither. That's why I actually think they take Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I don't think Derek Carr is Kellen's type of quarterback.
Nah. I actually got Tampa at maybe 11 wins. I got Tampa, Carolina, Atlanta, New Orleans. Just for the reason you said, right? You look at quarterback play. Tampa has the clear advantage with quarterback play. They lost Godwin late in the season. They probably not gonna have him for the first half of the season. Bucky Irving broke out, rose balling.
Bucky snap. Yeah, Bucky snap.
That defense is still gonna be that defense, right?
The thing is, I think the defense is actually taking a step back next year.
I think so too, but
I think it'll still be decent.
I don't think it's gonna be a bad thing for them.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be that Tampa defense that I think they do take a minor step back.
Yeah.
Atlanta, I don't want to say Atlanta's like no 6-win team because I don't think they're that, but I don't also see them being a 10-win team either.
They might just stay where they're at. And man, let me bring us back to a conversation we had 2 years ago when everybody was talking about Kyle Pitts is a generational tight end.
Yeah.
And we said, hell no.
Yeah.
We look like geniuses now, right?
Yeah.
Man, come on. Kyle Pitts is not him. Never been him. He won't be him. This man is responsible for 2 of Michael Penix's interceptions.
Yeah.
Right in his chest. Bounced off. Intercepted. Come on, man.
I was laughing because obviously Bryce had his best game in the last game of the year, 5 touchdowns, killed it, top to bottom. Just talk about, and I was laughing because a bunch of Falcons fans leading up to the game was like, hey man, because it's fun. It was like a full circle moment. You know, Bryce's first game was with Atlanta, 2 picks, looked horrible, bad. And then people was like leading up to the game was like, hey man, I think this dude's becoming who we think he might have been. And then when it happened, a bunch of Falcons fans like, oh hell no, nah, we don't like that. And then people, Penix tore it up too. And I'm like, yo, Penix should have thrown 3 picks that game if we didn't have the worst defense in NFL history. You know what I'm saying? I said these passes are picked off against the actual NFL defense. I said so I'm cool on that. Like JC Horn didn't play that game. I said, yo, if the dudes on the field wasn't dudes who we was just playing, I said, yeah, it was 3 picks. I said, so that's what made me be like, oh yeah, I'm cool. Like y'all keep Penix around. Because the whole time I was like, yo, they got quarterback, head coach, they'll be cool. Now I'm like, hold up. You know, even Coach Raheem kind of pissed me off with some of his stuff this year. And I got heavy stock into him. So I would, again, I'm not going to, like, if I feel like 8 and 9 looking at Atlanta now is the ceiling. I kind of see it where you see it too. So
cool.
But I feel like something drastic is going to happen with this division on draft night.
With the NFC South?
Yes. Like, I actually think Chris Olave is on the block.
Damn. I kind of think Alvin Kamara's on the block.
I think there's people for the Saints on the block that they just aren't publicly saying. I actually think that. And I think that Atlanta does feel like they're that close. They might get aggressive and go do something because they feel like they're that piece away, that player away. So I got a feeling something drastic is going to happen on draft night with this division.
Hey man, Bijan in himself carried them to a bunch of wins last year. So a bunch of their 8 wins.
That dude is a monster. Real life.
Their defense that they put on paper last year that looked great was dookie.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So I'm with you. All right, to the NFC West. Who would have thought it would have ended like this last year? And I feel like we can just comfortably go ahead and be like, all right, Rams is winning the division next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah, like Rams is winning next year. And then after that, we just don't know. Like, at least I don't know who I would want to put money on next year for the NFC West. I would just pick the Rams to win it.
I'm gonna go Rams. I'm gonna go Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks.
I
But
would still go Niners second.
hey, man, the Rams was literally bad weather away from a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would still go 49ers second. I think the way Arizona ended their year, and I don't want to carry. I think it soured. They literally came to Carolina with a winning end game in the playoffs, and we kicked a black behind. Yes, not to be like that, but you came to Carolina with a winning end situation, and we played our best game.
Go
And
Eagles.
yeah,
Go
and,
Eagles.
yeah, and we literally played our best game. Like, I feel like as a team, and Bryce killed it. Now, I will be honest. James Conner went out at that game before halftime. And if he stayed, we don't win that game.
And he was cooking, y'all. He was.
Yeah,
I know because I had him in fantasy. He was cooking.
yeah, I told people, I said, you got a running back playing the Panthers defense, put him on a parlay for 100 because he had it before halftime. Conner went out, and I was like, oh, thank God he's not coming back. And which at the end was a little mistake because that was a winning end game for them. So I do hold that against Gannon just a little bit, that was a winning end game for y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that, again, I'm gonna hold that against you a little bit.
The fact that they went all season without getting Trey McBride a touchdown until the last game of the season, you can't do that this year, man. Trey McBride is as good as Marvin Harrison is. Trey McBride is probably your number one option.
Yeah. I think they got to figure that. They're in a weird place too, because like draft wise, as a team wise, I feel like they tried to be creative with converting these outside linebackers to edges, and they just aren't working out. And I feel like some people need to stop doing that too. Stop trying to convert outside linebackers to edges, bro. Like, just because, like, get people. He's an undersized edge. He's literally the same size as the outside linebacker you're trying to convert to edge, bro.
Man,
like, and bro got the juice off the edge. Like, stop trying to do that.
And then the other way too, how they try to put edges to go be outside linebackers.
Yeah,
stop doing that too. Like, they try to do that with Micah Parsons.
And I feel like they're trying to do that with Carter, and they're trying to lean into the upside of, well, this is only his first year as a pass rusher. I was like, yeah, but his second year is going to be against grown men pros. You know what I'm saying? Like, the talent is there, but that stuff, it makes me like Mikael Williams a little more too, because I'm like, Mikael Williams is the dude who I'm like, yo, this is the dude who I think walks in the league as a rookie, and if you want to stop the run, he's going to do it as a rookie.
He's been doing that. Like, he's been doing that all throughout college.
Yeah. And I feel like too, he's been like asked to do that, and he does that. I don't think he got no pass rush bag, but I'm like, yo, if you just need somebody to come up here and stop the run and get in there as a young guy, he gonna do it. That's why I like Mikael Williams. So off note. Yep, I'm with you. Rams, Mike McDonald, and what the hell is going on up in Seattle? Sorry, cousin, love you, but I know what it's like to have a Sam Darnold-led team, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't give you that love, cuz. I can't give you that love. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, regular season, if you can draft Jackson Smith and Jigba, JSN, draft him. He gonna give you some numbers. Just when you get close to the end of the season, it's gonna start looking ugly.
Yeah. I can't trust the Sammy D led team. And Sam's my guy, low key, but I ain't trusting him to lead the squad. He was in a perfect situation last year. Do your thing, Sam. This not doing it. Not doing it.
He's gonna lead you to a top draft pick next year.
Yeah, I can't get that love. So I'm cool there. So all right. Sorry. Real quick, AFC. Pick your 7 playoff teams.
My 7 playoff teams in the AFC. We're going with the Buffalo Bills. We're going with the Baltimore Ravens. We're going with the Houston. I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts.
Woo.
Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, so all the same. I got Houston, Indy.
Cool. Those are the winners. And then we got our wild cards, the other 3 that get into the playoffs. I'm going to go with the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals, Houston Texans, the Denver Broncos.
I'm going Miami, Cincinnati, and Denver.
Miami, okay.
I told you I'm holding on to my last straw with this. You know what I'm saying? Getting my last little juice out of my Mike McDaniel stock.
Hey, bro, as soon as Tua got paid, I was off the not off the train. I was just off of the pushing Tua so hard. You got paid,
You know,
dog. Right?
I'm squeezing my last little juice off the Mike McDaniel stock.
Tua
So,
got paid. I ain't got to push you no more, dog. You got your bread. You
all
got
right,
it.
7 teams from the NFC. For me, Philly, Washington, Detroit, Green Bay, Tampa, Rams at 6. Tampa, Rams, and throwing my hood up. My squad making it in.
Oh, okay.
And throw my hood up on it. We making it in at 8 and 9, though. You know what I'm saying? 8 and 9. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 9 and 8. We gonna
Okay.
slide in there.
I'm with all of those except I'm with all of those. I'm cool with that.
I can't give 2 to the NFC West next year.
NFC West, nah, they ain't gonna have to.
I can't do it.
Their
Not
records,
yet.
their records next year are gonna look real similar, except the Rams are gonna have a clear lead into that by like a game or two.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it. So, not gonna do it.
You ready?
All right. Yes, sir.
Bam.
First, we are doing a 1-round mock draft with trades included. This is a what we would do NFL mock draft on Pro Football Network.
What we would do.
Yeah, what we would do. Hopefully we don't get too crazy, but we're gonna try to do right. Let's get it.
Boom. Enter the draft.
So we would have to manually propose trade, y'all. So I want y'all to understand something, because it's only going to be a 1-round draft and we control every team. We are going to override some trades. The value might not be there, but it's the purpose of getting the team up to where they're supposed to be in the first round. So
Yep.
we probably not going to be too in detailed with what is moved. More emphasis on who's moving up just to what spot.
Getting them to the spot. We ain't gonna go 5th round, 6th. Nah, it's just gonna be.
We're not going to do the whole.
If we see Vegas going from 6 to 4, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, we just want to get them there. We're not going to worry too much about the compensation, because we only doing 1 round. So It's just the point of getting them up and moved. So number 1, I know we talked about it a little bit. I'm starting to lean that they actually just take Cam Ward. I got a feeling like that's so since we're both there and we think it's predictive, we think they take Cam. What we would do, I would just take Travis Hunter.
Same. You gotta take. To me, that's BPA.
So we're both at they take Cam Ward right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What moves them off of taking Cam Ward? Is it the right offer?
Yeah, I mean, if they can get a first next year and then move down stay within the top 5, I think they make it happen.
Do you think there's a team here that would give them that offer?
No.
All right, Cam Ward at 1. Number 2, Travis, man. Not moving on. I'm Travis.
I think Travis should go here too.
Yeah, I'm Travis. I know we can play the Abdul Carter, but and I know it sounds sexy what Myles Garrett and Abdul Carter can do, but Myles Garrett can do that on his own
by himself.
I think they need help in other areas, and Travis is still best player.
Yes. 100% agree, man. That's what we would do.
Yeah.
What might happen is Abdul Carter might go there, but what we would do, Travis Hunter's going there.
Now the Giants is here at 3. Do they just straight up take Shedeur and get out the building?
Yes.
All right, they take Shedeur and get out the building. No trades yet, but we're still on the board with it. Number 4, Abdul Carter's on the board at 4. I think if he lines up with the Pats, they take him. But is there somebody who's willing to come up to take Carter?
No. I mean, if we look at within the top 10, no. I don't think anybody has what the Pats want, or that would entice them to say, cool, let me get off of 4, let me get off of taking Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter's not a dude that you look at and say, cool, Who wants to come and get him? That's not us.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a Mike Vrabel over there.
Yeah.
Very much cut through the Bill Belichick cloth.
All right. Abdul Carter it is. I think the most chalk pick is because Mason Graham's here. They take Mason Graham.
I've been heavy on the take Will Campbell, man. You gotta protect Trav. You gotta.
So I'm with you if they want to protect. I'm like, cool, take Will Campbell. There's got to be somebody who would come up for Mason. I don't think they can just let Mason slide by.
It might be y'all. It might be y'all.
Man,
because if we're real at who's gonna be there at 8, once y'all get there, y'all might trade out of 8 depending on who's there.
Yeah.
But the two teams I think should come up and get Mason Graham is y'all or the Bears.
I think the Bears have more ammo to do it.
I just don't think they got the balls to do it. Plus, it's a need. It's a need for Jacksonville to take Mason Graham. BPA right now.
I still think too that they probably could double back later on and get a tackle. They do got a decent amount of picks, I believe.
This is also what we would do.
Yeah, so I think I would just stick and pick Mason right here.
Cool. Mason Graham to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, Raiders on the board.
2 players that they should look at. If I'm the Raiders, there's 2 players you should look at right here. You're looking at either Tte or Genty.
Man, I'm with you on that. But which one?
Genty. Because if there's, and the only reason I say Genty is because if I'm thinking Pete Carroll, if I'm thinking the Raiders, I'm thinking somebody who can do both things, who can run the ball and catch the ball.
As much as I would love for them to get Tte and try to help Geno out, Brock Bowers is a monster, and I'm not saying use that as your only weapon, but I think adding Genty to that will be elite. Yeah, I'm with you. We'll roll Ashton.
Genty to the Raiders. Jets.
This is where I think somebody needs to move up for Will Campbell or Will Johnson or Tte.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat.
I think the Jets would be more likely to move a little back right here. But the question is then who comes up for who?
I think the Saints will come up for Tte.
What up, Greg? What up? Third leg Greg in the building. What up?
I think I could see the Saints moving up to either go get Will Johnson. I don't think they move up to go get Tte because they could probably sit and wait and Tte will fall into them. I think they go up and get Will Johnson.
The Saints?
Yeah.
I think if they moved up, it's for Lyman.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I think somebody.
Miami.
Where's Miami?
13. You think Miami likes Will Campbell and Mimbu?
At this point, they need Will Campbell or Mimbu.
Yeah, this is what we would do, predictors, like all that. I think Miami needs to go up. Cowboys come up for Tte.
I don't know if the Cowboys go up for Tte. I don't know.
Greg, I think I got you on the next one. Are we sold that Miami should move up here for a lineman? Now that Genty's off the board and there's no threat of him going to Chicago could just go O-line. I think if you're Miami, you probably should go up and get O-line. Me and you, Will Campbell guys, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like Mimbu, though, is getting an extreme amount of love. But I'm sticking to what's true to us on this one. I think if they move up, they should go get Will Campbell. I'm cool with moving Miami to go up to get Will Campbell.
Cool. Jets.
The Jets are going to trade with the Miami Dolphins.
7 for
7
13.
Is it gonna
Confirm.
boom? Cool.
Yeah,
They're
because
moving up.
we control all the teams.
Yeah.
Miami
So
goes up and gets Will Campbell.
Will Campbell.
Because if they
Boom.
didn't, I think 3 of the
This
top
is where,
linemen will be gone by the time it gets to them.
yeah.
Because I think the Cowboys will need to. I think this is where y'all move back for the Cowboys.
That's why I'm with Greg. I'm with Greg. I think we would move back with Dallas, and Dallas can come up and get Tet.
I don't even think they come up and get to. I think they come up and get Membu before he falls to Chicago.
I'm cool with them moving up. I could go Membu also.
Because they just lost Martin to retirement. Where's Dallas at? Dallas. Carolina trading with Dallas. 8 for 12. We cool with
It's a
that?
person that break my heart on draft night because I'll be looking right at Tet and Will Johnson and be like, no, you know what I'm saying? I'll be hot on draft night.
And I think they come up and get Membu.
All right, so we'll give him Membu. Cool, 2 linemen off the board. Now this puts New Orleans in a Will Johnson, Tet, Shamar Stewart, Tyler Warren, Kelvin Banks mode.
Hey, man. If it's me, I'm taking Jackson Dart.
I'm not. I'm not gonna do that to them at 9, man. I'm not gonna do that to them at 9. That'll go against my belief. I'm not doing that to them. We could do it like if we did a second round one, we could do it then. Who's the most? So I've been hearing a lot of Tyler Warren to the Saints.
Ooh. Oh no, it's. I'm thinking about Kellen Moore's over there. We was talking about them possibly moving off of Olave. With that being said, I think this is where Tet might fall.
I think if Tet's there, they take him. I'm also looking at Tyler Warren, but I'm also trying to think: is there somebody who wants to come up for one of them?
Nah, I don't think anybody can. Frisco might move up for. Nah, Frisco can't move up. There's nobody there for them to move up.
I'm with you. I think if I had to pick between the two, I would go Tet at 9 to the Saints.
Oh. Tet to the Saints. Chicago Bears take Kelvin Banks.
Bears on the clock.
They either take Will Johnson or Banks. If I'm the Bears, bro.
I don't think moving off Olave is like something they want to do, Greg, but I think they're trying to look at contract and like the future. And I think Olave is the most movable player they got.
Yeah, especially with
Because he's still,
the lack of money that they have.
yeah, because they have, they got to pay people, and I think a team with the right deal can come get them. Not saying I don't think it's official. I'm just saying that's the one dude that I think if somebody threw them the right deal, they can move off Olave.
Here's our salary cap tracker.
So
18.5.
I don't think that that's a filler. That's a vibe. That's no source, no nothing, brother. So yeah. He said move him to Washington.
There's only one football, Greg. There's only one ball. There's only one. There's only one ball.
Boy, Olave and McLaurin would give people nightmares, dog. They'll give people nightmares.
And they got Debo. And they still got to hand the ball off to B-Rob.
Oh, that's an Ohio State core. That'd be crazy.
They still got to hand the ball to B-Rob. There's only one ball. Only one.
On the board, Will Johnson, Shamar Stewart, Tyler Warren, Kelvin Banks. I think if the board landed like this for the Bears, I think they would take Kelvin Banks Jr.
Damn.
They made the moves for the interior. Obviously, players didn't fall the way you wanted it to fall. I think they would just take Kelvin Banks Jr. right here.
They need to.
49ers on the clock. Will Johnson, Shamar Stewart, Tyler Warren, Mikael Williams top on the board.
And that's where Will Johnson goes. You just lost Charvarius Ward. You just lost Hufanga. You just lost Ray Greenlaw. You lost a bunch of pieces on your defense, man. It's time to start putting it back together.
I'll go Will Johnson right here with you. To make that one simple. Carolina's on the clock. I just have a feeling it's a Georgia dude.
I think y'all take Jalen Walker, bro.
Yeah, I said it today. I was like, as much as I can mess around with the board and everything, I think Carolina's ideal player is Jalen Walker. And if Jalen Walker wasn't there, I really do think it'll be Mikael Williams. But I think if Walker's there, that's their preference. So I'm with you. I think we're taking Jalen Walker.
Yeah, I think Jalen Walker's the linebacker that y'all thought y'all had 3 years ago.
Yeah. So, Jets are on the board. Now, I'm comfortable with saying I think they could mess around and take Tyler Warren right here.
Yeah. Give something to
Hey, Greg, we're going to block you, cuz. Gonna block you, bro. Gonna block you, bro.
Tyler Warren. This is where we at?
Yep.
Tyler Warren to the Jets.
Tyler Warren to the Jets.
The Colts.
Which is now funny because people are like, Tyler Warren to the Colts. Like, nope. On the board. Now, I think if the board shook out like this for the Colts, they would try to move back. But who wants to move up for who?
I could see the Broncos moving up for James Pierce.
I could see somebody moving up for Matthew Golden.
The Bucks?
Nah, they brought back Godwin.
Godwin's going to be gone the first half of the year, though.
I still think they want to focus defense in secondary. I think they like what they got in Jalen Polk and Bucky. I think they could survive.
I don't think anybody's willing to give anything up to come up. I mean, unless
is there a player a team could come up for? Is there a player in a team who's like, oh yeah, we can possibly make a move? Because I feel like the board, the way it looks right now for the Colts, isn't the best thing.
Can Houston find a way to get up to 14 from 25?
For who?
For Matthew Golden. You lost Diggs. You're not gonna have Tank Dell pretty much all year next year. All you gonna have is Nico.
Man, I don't want to force Matthew Golden here. I'm just saying I think the Colts will look back to trade back here, and Matthew Golden was just like the first name I saw.
I don't know. I think if somebody's moving up, it's gonna be for an edge. It's gonna be for one of those edge guys. It's gonna be.
You got Shamar Stewart and Mikael Williams are the top. Go to the edges, just like
James
as
Pierce.
a whole. And James Pierce.
James Pierce had a hell of a combine. Had everybody. He was moving up on boards just through the combine.
I'll do a Bengals Colts switch for James Pierce Jr.
Oh, the Bengals do need that. Seattle needs wide receiver too.
And I know people might like Shamar and Mikael more, but I feel like them at their best is Trey Hendricks. Pierce brings some juice they ain't got.
Yeah.
I do Bengals and Colts trade for James Pierce Jr. if you cool with that.
Yes, sir. The Colts. 17 for 14. Trade has been declined. What?
Yeah. Just add whatever. Just even like a next year's first, whatever. Just the principle, y'all. Don't cut us out. It's the principle.
Bengals. So Colts trading with the Bengals. What did it say?
14 for 17. I would, just add a next year or something just to move. Should be enough. What the heck? They ain't trying to show no love.
Bengals, Colts.
So, yeah, I'll do that.
That's crazy.
They
we could just save Pierce to 17 and keep the Colts at 14 and just take who they would take at 17. Colts wanting to pick. They sure are. And we control all the teams. I don't know why it declined it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's try it again.
Did you add a next year's first? I missed the last one.
Next year's first? Yeah, I added next year's first. You want me to add the second?
Yeah, whatever, just to move it. It
And
like
make it
literally
80.
anything just to move it. We they gonna cuss us out about it, but we God dang, Coach Chris Ballard, a stingy mother sucker. I tell you that much.
That's crazy.
Chris Ballard is stingy. Chris Ballard is a stingy sucker.
Dang. Well, guess the coach picking.
All right. Anyway, Chris Ballard is doing tough business. Go to the entire board, please. I don't think they'll go edge here. They went a lot too early last year. I've been pushing the Malachi Starks to them.
They might gonna need it. I mean, they got 2 solid receivers in Pittman
Also,
and
maybe Jahad Campbell. Nah, I really do feel like the Colts will trade back here. That's the problem.
So look, we'll pick this as if they were picking 17, and then when it gets to the Bengals, we'll just take James Pierce as if they were picking at 14. So Pierce is off the board right now.
Hold up. It said if we're gonna do that, Chris Ballard he's a horny guy. He likes big athletic freaks.
This for Colston Loveland goes?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do Colston.
It's the first thing I thought when you said big athletic freaks.
Yeah, that's his thing. He a freak.
The Falcons. So technically, we're taking James Pierce off the board because he's gonna fall to the Bengals because we couldn't make that trade.
And if this is the case here, then I think they go Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, they need it. The
Arizona.
Cardinals. You might gonna have to go O-line. If not, you probably got to go. This is where Wari goes with Buda Baker getting to the end of his career.
I'm still Starks over Wari, dude. So
I ain't mad at that.
But I don't think they could take Starks right now. I also think it might be early for Tyler Booker. Or who's the tackles available?
Simmons, Ursery, Williams, Connerly.
You know what? I'm cool to pull a jumper on Ursery.
To the Cards, they need it. The Bengals. This is where James Pierce Jr. goes.
Now
this is where Matthew Golden goes.
Yep. Then we'll pull up Matthew Golden.
The Bucks. I think they got to shore up that defense. So either Malachi Starks goes here or Wari goes here.
Or Jahad Campbell.
Yeah, Jahad Campbell too, especially with their old ass linebacker.
I'm cool with pulling Jahad Campbell right here.
Bet. They need it.
Denver on the clock.
I think Denver goes running back. That's
I think they will go receiver like Luther or Abuka.
Oh, Abuka's there.
Yeah, I would go Abuka right here.
Bet. Steelers. I was heavy on Derek Harmon to Steelers.
But Mikael Williams is sitting right here, and that just feels like a Pittsburgh guy in this situation.
Could be.
We can go Harmon, though.
Derek Harmon. Just because they're getting old in that middle.
Oh, shoot. Wait, Greg. What, pick up the phone. What you want, man? Greg, what you want? We giving you your phone call.
He's trying to trade up. He's trying to trade up.
He's trying to trade up. Did we pass the pick? I'm gonna be mad if Emeka Abuka was who he wanted and we missed it. Be mad if Emeka was who he wanted and we missed it. What did you want, man? Was it Emeka or you want Luther?
I think he wants Luther because when we did this last week, he was talking about Luther.
What's your call, Greg? Throw us the offer. We're stopping at the Chargers right now. You a couple said, let us know.
You might gonna be able to move up 6 picks, 7 picks.
Yeah, we'll give you the call. Edge, Williams, Washington. So Mikael Williams is on the board. Chargers is right there.
Chargers
Moving-
need edge after losing Bosa.
I don't think, but we're not going to take them with edge here either, though.
Nah.
Fudge it. We'll entertain it for Greg on this one. Chargers trade back with Washington, and we'll give him Mikael.
Would they
Mikael
trade
Williams.
back that far though?
They can always trade back up too. We just haven't traded back up with any other team either. This is when a lot of teams be doing trade back to trade back up.
What's funny is as he's trying to make this fool Howie gonna do the same thing and go up there and take him.
Yeah,
Trade has
Alright.
been accepted. Mikael Williams.
we'll give you
to
that
the
one.
Washington Commanders.
Boom. Mikael Williams on the board. All right. Mikael Williams goes to Washington. Chargers trade back. Green Bay's on the clock.
They go Jade Barron.
Boom. We could take that. Barron right there.
Alexander's up out of there.
Minnesota on the clock. Got you. Chargers trade back up. Minnesota only got like 4 picks in this draft.
Chargers.
Chargers trade back up with the Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings.
You see, they got 24, 97, 139, and 186.
Ew. Yeah, they for sure probably taking 214 and 209 too.
This news, give them 86. Give them 86.
We'll give you 80. We'll give you 86 with this one.
Hey, whatever they need.
They said hell no.
Whatever they need.
Where the Vikings at? Vikings. Chargers. 29, 125, 158, and 214.
Yeah, hopefully it go through. Get y'all some picks in there.
Nah.
Whatever.
This
We
is nah.
moving the Chargers back up to get Luther Burden.
$86, 125, 158. Give up a fourth next year.
All right. They got it. Please go through.
No,
God, dog.
they don't want to.
At least on PFF, they'll let you override. But we'll low key, we really will get that subscription next time so we can override. Minnesota got to move back. We got to get the Chargers back up. Because I fear we can't let.
Probably because we already did a trade with them.
Yeah, just do next year's first. Yeah. I think that should do it in second. Let's see if that'll
First
work.
and second?
Yeah. Boom. We're just moving them. Chargers back up. I'm cool with them taking Luther Burden right here.
Luther Burden to the Chargers.
Texans on the clock. I'm on tackle. I think Josh Simmons works good for them.
Yeah, they need it. They're O-line buns.
Yeah.
They just lost
I will go
Tunzel
Josh
too.
Simmons. Yep.
The Rams. I think the Rams try to find a way to shore up that O-line. There's no one
Tyler
here.
Booker feels like the guy.
Tyler Booker?
Yeah.
Bet.
Jesus, Malachi Starks is sitting right there.
Next to, ooh, damn.
Starks and Hamilton is,
Ooh.
oh God.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh.
They just-
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Lions. I think the Lions grab a corner personally.
Which one? I'm cool with Trey Amos. Said the injuries for Ravel and Morrison they get me.
Bet. Trey Amos. Out of Ole Miss. The Vikings are on the clock again.
The injuries don't scare the Vikings though. They take Ravel. Not in this case. I know last time we took Eamon Worry. Let's go ahead and give them. I will go Morrison over Ravel, but
Yeah, the Vikings are gonna pull a jumper on injured.
yeah.
Ravel to the Vikings.
Buffalo Bills on the clock. What can the Bills do?
Trey Harris?
Nah, I wouldn't do Trey Harris.
And then tackle. Their O
Who's still
line was decent.
overall? Nick Scorton, Tyleik Williams, Walter Nolan.
They might go need a corner, or even put somebody on the. Tyleik Williams might go here.
I'm cool. This is that section where there's somebody in the second round who could be looking to come up to grab somebody.
Yeah.
I'm
And
trying
the Bills would be cool to go back to say
They did it with us last
right.
year, but it was only a couple spots. They did it with us last year. They moved a couple spots so we can get Leggett after they traded with the Chiefs. I don't think there's that person, though.
Nah.
I don't think there's that person. So for the Bills, don't know why, Donovan Ezeraku gives me Sean McDermott vibes. Tyleik Williams and Benjamin Morrison.
So which one we going?
I would personally go Benjamin Morrison because the corner, but I think Ezeraku does better. Well, no.
Benjamin
let's
Morrison
go
out
Morrison.
of Notre Dame. Yeah, they Bills are known for taking a corner.
Chiefs on the board. People
Man.
gonna cuss us out for taking great. Well, no, I don't think they have to go O-line here. They
I don't think they do either.
Kingsley's moving in. They brought over Jalen to go left tackle. I don't think they have to go O-line here.
It might take Ezeraku or Tyleik Williams.
I could see that too.
Put some depth behind
I will go Tyleik right here.
Tyleik Williams. I ain't gonna lie. Eagles about to take him on worry, bro.
Yeah, Eagles would, but then I want to joke and be like Saints trade up and take Jackson Dart. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, actually, it's either Eman Worry or if I'm looking at tight end potentials, bro. Nah, we could probably grab Terrence Ferguson in the second round. I was also playing around with the fact that they might trade back just to let JT fall to them.
It says still scoring Ezeraku, Green, Jackson, JT, Princely, all still available.
But Eman Worry, man. Right now we just got Sidney Brown back there.
Yeah, I think they could pull the jumper on Eman Worry there.
Yeah, I think they take Eman Worry. Tight end reach. Nah, I think they'll grab a tight end in the second round. They're gonna need to.
Yeah. I mean, I've had occasions where like Colston Loveland fell here, and I was like, I'll just take Colston. Let's have some fun. But at this spot, yeah, I think I would probably go Eman Worry right here. And that's a wrap. Full results. All right, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Shedeur is your top three. Abdul Carter 4, Mason Graham. We didn't get our first trade till 7 and 8. Will Campbell and Membu off the board in the top 10. I'm cool with it. I mess with this.
Yeah.
Overall, I can do this. So
Got this.
woo.
Save that real quick.
And we're all good. All right. Anything before we get out of here? Greg, good to see you, man. You know, we back next Tuesday. We will be live we should be live for WrestleMania and for the draft. And all goes well. Outside of that, catch y'all next Tuesday. Sorry, anything before we go?
Nope, man. Hope everybody has a good week. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive, stay good, stay healthy. Do your push-ups. That's it.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. We out of here.